Thank you for joining us this morning. Special meeting today under less than desirable circumstances, but nonetheless a meeting that needed to take place today. This morning, the University of Missouri Board of Curators met in executive session, and System President Gary Forsee told the board in special meeting that he is stepping down from his role as president of the University of Missouri immediately. President Forsee informed us that his wife Sherry is recovering well from recent surgery, and as he said, she will soon begin treatment regime to ensure she remains cancer-free for the rest of her life. Our hearts and prayers go to the Forsees. We are greatly comforted in knowing that her procedures have been successful, and we will be with the Forsees as they go forward in this treatment regime. We're clearly saddened to lose such a great leader for our four-campus enterprise, but we know that his place is with Sherry as she undergoes the rigorous treatment that faces many cancer patients. We respect Gary's decision, and the entire university community joins us in wishing Gary and Sherry our very best for the future. The board will begin immediately a search for the 23rd president of the University of Missouri. The curators have appointed Steve Owens, our existing general counsel, as interim president. This continues a decision that we made in December when the president advised us of his temporary leave. Owens will assume this responsibility, and we have great confidence in his ability to conduct the business of the university and continue the continuity of institution that is so important to us all. In addition, the Board of Curators has appointed Philip J. Hoskins as interim general counsel. Both Owens and Hoskins' appointments are effective immediately. I want to underscore the board's commitment to the current direction of the University of Missouri system and express our confidence in this team's ability, its campus chancellors and the general officers, to continue to confront the tough issues that face our institution and all of higher education in Missouri at this time. We are proud of what Gary's team has accomplished, and we are proud of the team that has been assembled and have every confidence that they will continue the programs that have been important to us. To list among the many some of the accomplishments that have been undertaken during Gary's term as president, the university's vital research and economic development mission has been reinvigorated, including the creation of a $5 million enterprise investment program to support business collaboration with university researchers. He was posted consistently strong operating performance during the most difficult and challenging economic times in modern memory, which resulted in an improved credit rating for the university from AA1 to AA+. These strategies have included the issuance of nearly $600 million in debt financing at historically low interest levels for vital capital projects, maintenance, and repair facilities critical to our campuses. He oversaw the implementation of a comprehensive system of accountability measures to support more transparent operations and performance of the university. His advocacy for more competitive faculty, staff, and salary benefits is well known, and but for the difficult times that we have been in during his term, these would have been primary objectives of the president. The creation of the University of Missouri Healthcare Enterprise has been an enormous improvement that has yielded great operational benefits and success at the University Hospital. The new public-private partnerships, such as the Mizzou Cerner Tiger Institute for Health Innovation, are focused on innovation and creation of new approaches to problem solving, creating new revenue streams for the university. His system-wide evaluation and implementation of shared services has given the state of Missouri quality and cost-effective administrative processes in the areas of human resources, information, technology, and finance. Two statewide summits were held in energy and in life sciences, which uniquely brought together business investors and other stakeholders in two areas that offer great promise to our state. Investment in the university's ability to provide greater access to courses and degree programs across all four campuses of the University of Missouri have been achieved through a single e-learning portal championed by former Chairman Judith Haggard.
Hello.
An agreement with Governor Nixon during the last 2 years in the General Assembly held tuition flat for in-state undergraduate tuition for the last 2 years, something unique among public universities in the country. Achievement of $115 million in documented savings through the campuses and the leadership of our chancellors has led to system-wide effectiveness and efficiency. Creation of 2 task forces, one that focused on identifying ways to ensure students have a clear pathway to college in their earliest school days, and the other to evaluate how well the university is preparing students for success in the workplace, have brought new hope. And advocacy for greater access to the university for underrepresented minorities and economically disadvantaged students by participating in the National Access to Success Initiative. All of these are among the many wonderful things that President Forsee helped with his team to bring to our university. On behalf of the Board of Curators, we are particularly grateful to President Forsee for his commitment to being part of the solution. He never accepted an excuse for the circumstances we met. He always looked for the solution, and for that we will be very grateful. We've been fortunate to have a leader of the highest order, and we're fortunate he's put a team in place that moving forward on a path that will be strong and continue the institutional integrity going forward. We will miss Gary and Sherry, but they're not going far. They will continue to be a part of the university, and we will rely on Gary as we go forward. As I mentioned, the board has appointed Steve Owens as interim president, and he will serve in that capacity immediately until the board has retained the new president of the university. And we have great confidence in Steve's ability to continue the work of the university and continue its advancement. With that, I'd like to introduce the interim president, Steve Owens.
Well, thank you, Warren, and thank you all for coming today. First, let me thank the board for its confidence in my ability to guide the university through this period of transition. I anticipate this transition will be a smooth one, thanks in large part to the talented colleagues who surround me at the system and on our 4 campuses. The cooperation and collaboration that I've experienced during the last month is clear evidence we have committed and highly competent individuals who work well as a team. I would also like to say at the outset that I am not a candidate for the permanent position of president of the university. When the board asked me if I would serve as interim president, I told them that I was willing to help in any way that I could, but that I did not intend to be a candidate for the permanent position. I greatly enjoy my job as general counsel for the university, and I look forward to returning to it when the new president comes on board. Next, let me extend my best wishes to Sherry Forsee. She has been a marvelous First Lady. We thank her for her grace and her sacrifice, and we wish her the very best in her recovery. I know we all look forward to seeing Sherry back at the tailgates next season. Obviously, I join my colleagues in thanking Gary Forsee for his selfless service to the university. Curator Erdman went through an impressive list of just some of Gary's accomplishments at the university. And if Gary were here, I know he would credit those achievements to all of us, but they are truly the product of his leadership. I think we all know that Gary did not need to take this job 3 years ago, but he took it for the right reasons, and he tackled it with a vengeance. He drove all over the state as a tireless advocate for higher education and the university, speaking with hundreds of audiences in the past 3 years. Gary was usually the first person in the office each day, and with his energy level, the rest of us had a hard time keeping up with him during the day. He has the virtues of being straightforward and forthright, and we always knew where he stood on a matter. With the courage of his convictions and with his high standards, the businessman became a teacher, and he taught us all something about leadership and decision-making. A president with financial expertise could not have come at a better time for the university. Many people have accurately described Gary as the right person at the right time. While times may be challenging at the University of Missouri, they are a lot better here than they are at most other state universities due in large part to Gary's leadership. Like my colleagues, I will miss him both personally and professionally, and hopefully we will have the opportunity in the near future to fully recognize Gary for his service and leadership. Gary leaves, but only after reinforcing some important values and in setting us in a direction that the Board of Curators wants us to continue to follow. My goal as interim will be to keep the university moving forward on this path as we make a smooth transition to the next president. And so what is it we will do as we continue on this path? Well, we will continue to be good stewards. This includes not only stewardship of money appropriated to us by the state or raised through tuition, it also includes wise stewardship and preservation of the institution's quality. My personal guidepost during upcoming budget and tuition analyses will be to maintain the quality of our core missions. Quality comes at a price, but we cannot allow the quality that has been built up over generations and which we have inherited to be adversely affected even in difficult economic times. The best and the brightest students, the best and the brightest researchers should never have to look outside the state for the best education and the best research opportunities. Because we take our stewardship seriously, Vice President Krawitz will present detailed information at a special Board of Curators meeting tentatively scheduled for next week, which will closely examine the 2012 budget, possible reductions in state appropriations, and the likely need to raise tuition in order to maintain quality. As we continue on this path, we will also continue to honor our faculty and staff through the careful and shared analysis of our retirement program. We will protect and preserve the retirement benefits of our current employees and retirees, while at the same time, Vice President Rodriguez and the Retirement Advisory Committee develops a new plan that is fair and attractive to new employees. And through increased efficiencies, we will look for opportunities to provide our faculty and staff with the first raise that they have received in 3 years. We will continue to expand students' opportunities for learning and the university's capabilities for innovative teaching. Associate Vice President Steve Graham will continue to build the university's e-learning infrastructure and develop its curriculum in order to reduce the cost of higher education and deliver instruction in a manner that is preferred by today's students. We will continue to act as reliable advocates for higher education in Jefferson City, emphasizing the importance of higher education to the state and the university, to its citizens, and its economy. Vice President Steve Knorr will continue to present the university's legislative agenda that was developed last September. And in doing so, he will be aided by a set of accountability measures that we have self-imposed and which are unprecedented in detail. We will continue to look for ways to be more efficient in the delivery of our services in order to allocate cost savings to core mission opportunities. Vice President Gary Allen will continue his work on the university's Shared Services Initiative, which holds the potential for reduced costs and more efficient services to the university. We also will continue to create economic opportunities for students, faculty, and the people of the state. Vice President Mike Nichols and the campus technology management officers will continue to protect and market the university's intellectual property. Commercialization through startup company formation and research park development will continue to accelerate, bringing university inventions to the marketplace. And we will continue expanding our investments in the university's intellectual property portfolio through the Enterprise Investment Program. And we will continue to provide top-quality teaching, cutting-edge research, outstanding health care, and proactive public service on our campuses and throughout the state under the leadership of Chancellors Brady Deaton, Jack Carney, Tom George, and Leo Morton. I believe that these initiatives represent the core values of the university: concern for our students, faculty, and staff, stewardship and wise investment of our stakeholders' money, and providing economic opportunities for the citizens of our state. In closing, let me say that I very much appreciate the board providing me with the opportunity to work with my colleagues at the system and on the campuses to help continue putting these values into action. Thank you.